Welcome into this special BTN report. I'm Rick Pizzo. As we continue to update you on the developments from East Lansing and the fallout of the Larry Nassar sexual assault scandal, we have a development that has just taken place within the last 5 to 10 minutes. Head football coach Mark Dantonio, accused by an ESPN report on Friday of leading a football program that did not take proper care of sexual assault charges against its players, decided to respond. That report stated that in one case, Dantonio individually took a sexual assault case upon himself to try to deal with the player and the consequences. Dantonio felt compelled to respond to that report and answer a couple of questions at a press conference arranged just a few minutes ago at the Breslin Center prior to Michigan State's basketball game against Illinois. Let's listen into the entirety of what Dantonio had to say.
I'm going to just read this to you guys here a little bit. During this extremely difficult and challenging time for our community, I would first like to express our deepest sympathies and my deepest sympathies to the courageous survivors of Larry Nassar's abuse. It was absolutely heartbreaking to hear their stories and the pain and suffering they went through. And we are only in the beginning of the stages of the healing process for the community and even more importantly for the survivors and their families. I have received many questions and inquiries about today's reports, our latest reports. I'm here tonight to say that any accusations of my handling of any complaints of sexual assault individually are completely false. Every incident reported in that article was documented by either police or the Michigan State Title IX office. I've always worked with the proper authorities when dealing with the cases of sexual assault. We have always had high standards in this program, and that will never change. The values that we teach to everyone in this program will be enforced. We've also always tackled problems here head on and have dealt with issues. When we find out about the problems, it has come from the police or the university authorities. I can assure you, as in last year's incident, I also immediately reported them to the proper authorities. That's really all I have to say. I want to thank you for your time. I'm advised against taking any questions, but I feel completely steadfast in what I said today. I'll take 2 questions. Yes.
Mark, there have been erroneous rumors that you were planning on resigning. Is that absolutely untrue?
That is absolutely false. I'm here for Spartan Nation. I'm here for our football program and for my family. And to look the people in the eye who I guess instigated those reports.
Mark, did you know about the sexual assaults?
One question.
Did you know about those previous sexual assaults that was reported in that story?
They came to me from the authorities.
You knew about them at the time that
they came from the authorities. So, from the authorities. When I found out about a sexual assault, I reported them immediately. That was as of last year's. So I don't want to walk out of here but I can't answer 150 questions. I want to thank you guys for your time. I thought it was important to come and address this and look people in the eye. Thank you for your time.
We'll have much more on that story and all things Michigan State related, including the resignation of Athletic Director Mark Hollis coming up on The Big Show at approximately 11:30 Eastern.